I've been basically painting my whole life since I was a child. Had an interest for it since the 3rd grade actually, and basically fell in love with it from there, and then everything just escalated, over time into what I do today. The only thing that art school really taught me was it was stuff that's already been done and things that were already being taught and other things that other people were doing. What I was really trying to achieve was to create something just out of this world, different than anyone has visually seen before. I just liked playing with fire and chemicals, and I thought it would be something cool, so I started mixing different cocktails. There was nothing that I did that was taught in any art school, or basically bending the rules of what people thought art was. I think I took it to that next limit, the next level of creating something just straight out of my head and experimenting with things that people normally don't do or use to create art. I prefer metal because it's the foundation of my art that creates a sculpture and an art form like no other. It actually comes to life. When people look at my images on metal, it looks as if it's moving from different direction, from side to side, and creates a depth that I couldn't get from painting on canvas. I use different power tools, grinders, sandpapers, to use different abrasions to apply to the metal to get different effects. You'll see throughout my pieces they'll look a lot different from piece to piece, depending on what technique I'm using and what power tool or hand tool I'm using as the abrasive to apply to the metal. Once I'm finished applying my first stages of paint, then I apply the fire, which everyone's intrigued about. I love lighting it on fire. It gives such a texture and a different element to the piece that you can't do without lighting it on fire. Once the fire is done and finished, you'll see the texture. It looks like stone or marble effects to the paintings that you'll see in my abstracts and backgrounds of other visual pieces of mine. After that point, I'll start to apply more layers of paint in different variations and colors and layering, and as I build those paints up, the color intensifies and gets deeper and brighter, which you will see in my images. When I first started painting like this, I was trying to come up with a name that fit. I finally realized I just had the perfect name, and I titled my artwork Abstract Sensualism.